Greetings, Guardians. Welcome back to Olympus Alliance, your #1 source for power, precision, and mastery in Hero Wars, Alliance. Today, we're diving deep into a brand new piece of gear that just dropped for one of the most essential control heroes in the game, Tempus. Yes, the Master of Time himself just got a second talisman. And we're about to break it all down. This is not just a stats comparison. We ran the tests. We watched the replays. And now we're bringing you the full truth. Is the Talisman of Punctuality actually better than the legendary Everlastingness? Before we jump into the analysis, just a couple of quick announcements. First, our community giveaway is live. You already know how it works. Just drop your player ID in the comments and in 5 days, we'll re-roll 5 lucky Guardians who will each win 5,000 metacubes. So get involved, your chance at free power is just a comment away. Second, a big shout out to Impulse for the amazing artwork submitted to the channel. We're proud to spotlight the talents of our community, and this kind of support helps us bring even more quality content to you all. And of course, thank you to the community managers who continue to help us help the players. Now let's get into what really matters, Tempus and his new Talisman of Punctuality. This talisman introduces 2 major stat changes. Its primary stat is Toughness, and it also brings a huge health bonus to the table. With this new gear equipped, Tempus immediately gains plus 4,000 toughness and around plus 130,000 health. Now here's the twist: while these defensive boosts are impressive, there's a small trade-off. Tempus loses about 6,000 magic attack compared to his previous talisman, the Everlastingness. On paper, that might sound like a step backward. After all, more magic attack means more pressure on the battlefield, right? Not quite. Let's break it down. Toughness is one of the most underestimated defensive stats in the entire game. It kicks in hard when your hero drops below 50% health, increasing their resistance to incoming damage. That's the moment where most heroes crumble. But not Tempus. We put this talisman to the test in both defense and offense, and the difference was immediate. With the Talisman of Everlastingness, Tempus could still get burst down after hitting 50% HP. He was strong, yes, but vulnerable. Now, with the Talisman of Punctuality, we saw a massive shift. Tempus became far more resistant under pressure. He stayed alive longer, and most importantly, he kept doing what we need him to do. Control the tempo of battle. This is what players often forget: Tempus doesn't exist to top damage charts. He's not a carry. He's a control piece. His value comes from his ability to manipulate time, disrupt enemy momentum, and create windows for your damage dealers to shine. So when you keep him alive longer, especially when he's wounded, you extend your entire team's effectiveness. He doesn't just survive. He keeps casting, keeps cycling skills, and keeps delaying the opponent just long enough for your damage dealers do what they are there to do. Close the battle. And even offensively. That lost 6,000 magic attack. It barely matters. The impact on his output is negligible when compared to the increase in survivability. In fact, during our tests, he was more effective than ever. His control was constant. His ult recharges were timely. And the team's survival rate under pressure noticeably improved. So let's talk bottom line. Is the Talisman of Punctuality better than the Talisman of Everlastingness? Yes. Absolutely. And here's why. We don't need Tempus to deal damage. We need Tempus to survive long enough to control the clock. And with more health and that big chunk of toughness stat, he does exactly that. The longer Tempus stays on the field, the more value he brings to your team. His control effects, his time slow, his skill cycle, all of it scales with uptime. And this talisman gives him exactly what he needs to stay standing when the pressure's on. Toughness is a game-changing stat for support control heroes, and this is the perfect use case. So if you're running Tempus, especially in Hydra, in Guild Wars, or Arena, and you want to give your team the time it needs to dominate, equip the Talisman of Punctuality, and never look back. Now it's your turn, Guardians. We gave you the facts. We ran the tests. But how about you? Have you tried the new talisman already? Have you noticed the difference in how long Tempus lasts in tough battles? Let's get the comments rolling. Your feedback might help a fellow player make the right choice. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, and want more honest analysis, top-tier strategies, and a community that fights together, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss what Olympus Alliance is planning next. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and as always, salute and friendship.